I listed 13 anomalies that they did not refer to.
Telescopes around the world are still locked on 3I Atlas, but the mood inside observatories has shifted from curiosity to alarm. What began as routine tracking has turned into something far more dangerous. A radical proposal has entered the conversation, one that changes how scientists see the comet entirely. It is no longer just an object passing through. In closed discussions, a Harvard physicist has suggested something unthinkable. Stop treating 3I Atlas as something to watch and start treating it as something to use, not land on it, not slow it down, but let it carry humanity's presence outward exactly as it is. The reason is simple and terrifying. New calculations confirm that 3I Atlas is already accelerating away from the sun at a speed no human-made craft can match. It is leaving the solar system faster than Voyager ever did, faster than anything we have launched. The realization hits hard. Nature has built a propulsion system we don't understand and can't replicate. Engineers stare at the numbers in silence. There is no upgrade coming, no future mission that catches up. This is the fastest courier humanity will ever see in its lifetime. The tone changes immediately. This is no longer a distant idea for future generations. The window is closing now. Every week that passes, the comet moves farther beyond reach. Scientists begin using words they avoid: irreversible, one chance, never again. If this moment is missed, the next opportunity may not arrive for thousands, possibly millions of years. The calm pace of research collapses into urgency. Meetings stretch late into the night. Models are rerun again and again, hoping the math is wrong. What unsettles researchers most is not the idea of sending a message. Humanity has done that before. What scares them is what the comet proves. It shows that the universe already has highways and we are standing still beside them. To ride 3I Atlas didn't need fuel, guidance, or permission. It simply arrived, passed through our neighborhood, and is now leaving forever. That implication is far more disturbing than any signal we might send. Then comes the twist no one wanted. Updated trajectory data confirms the worst-case scenario. There will be no second pass, no slowdown, no return. The path is locked. Once it crosses a certain distance, even theoretical interception becomes impossible. The comet is not waiting for a decision. It is already gone in every sense that matters. Scientists are left staring at a countdown they didn't choose. Act now. And humanity alters its timeline forever. Hesitate, and the opportunity vanishes beyond recall. The debate is no longer about science. It is about courage, risk, and consequences. And as 3I Atlas continues to fade into the dark, a more unsettling question begins to form, setting the stage for what comes next. The moment the velocity data goes public, the mood inside observatories around the world changes. What had been quiet analysis turns into stunned silence. Screens glow with numbers that don't make sense at first glance. Then the realization lands. Voyager, humanity's most iconic messenger, launched with hope, music, and gold, looks painfully slow. 17 kilometers per second. That number once felt heroic. Now it feels obsolete. Across research centers, scientists begin running the comparison again and again, hoping for an error. But the math refuses to change. 3I Atlas is moving at nearly 60 kilometers per second, tearing through space with a speed no human-made object can match. This isn't a small improvement. It's not a technological gap that can be closed with upgrades or funding. It's a difference so large it feels humiliating. Nature has built something faster than anything we've ever launched, and it did it without engines, fuel, or guidance systems. The implications spread fast. Voyager, which was expected to drift for tens of thousands of years before ever reaching another star system, suddenly feels trapped in slow motion. Meanwhile, 3I Atlas will cover the same cosmic distance in a fraction of the time. 30,000 years collapses into 8,000. A timeline once considered safely abstract becomes dangerously short. In cosmic terms, 8,000 years is not distant history, it is close enough to matter. That realization sparks quiet panic, not loud alarms or public statements, but whispered conversations in hallways and late-night emails marked urgent. Scientists begin asking a question no one wants to say out loud. If something out there notices an object passing through interstellar space, which one will it see first? It won't be Voyager. It won't be our carefully designed probes. It will be this comet, this unplanned, uncontrollable courier racing ahead of us. New concerns emerge as researchers dig deeper into the data. 3I Atlas isn't just fast. Its trajectory is unusually clean, almost efficient, as if it's following a path that minimizes resistance and maximizes distance covered. Small deviations appear in tracking models, tiny shifts that can't yet be explained by simple gravity alone. Nothing dramatic enough to confirm propulsion, but enough to make scientists uneasy. The object behaves like it knows how to move through space. That's when the narrative breaks. Interstellar objects are no longer treated as rare cosmic accidents. They begin to look like express lanes, natural highways between star systems that humanity never realized existed. If that's true, then speed itself becomes a weapon. Whoever masters it first controls contact, discovery, and exposure. And right now, humanity is not in control. The most disturbing twist settles in slowly. For decades, Voyager symbolized humanity reaching outward, announcing itself on its own terms. But 3I Atlas doesn't carry our voice unless we choose to put it there. Worse, it may carry something else entirely, something we haven't detected yet. The idea that our technology might already be outdated for cosmic communication is no longer theoretical. It's measurable. It's happening now. As the comet continues accelerating away from the sun, scientists are left staring at a terrifying possibility. If the speed decides who gets noticed first, then humanity may already be late to the conversation. And the next question looming over every calculation is far more dangerous than velocity itself. What if 3I Atlas isn't just faster than us? What if it was never meant to be alone? As discussions move from theory into real calculations, the mood inside observatories begins to change. What once sounded like a bold scientific idea now feels dangerous. Engineers talk about carving messages into the surface of 3I Atlas with precision lasers. Others suggest attaching durable artifacts that could survive tens of thousands of years. On paper, it sounds inspiring. In reality, it triggers a silence no one wants to break. Because a question hangs over every meeting, unspoken but heavy. What if we are not the first to read it? The phrase interstellar archaeology starts appearing in research notes meant to sound neutral, academic, safe. But its meaning is unsettling. Archaeology only exists when someone is already there to study the remains. That assumption changes everything. If 3I Atlas carries a message, it also carries proof that humanity existed where we were and when we reached outward. Scientists begin to confront a colder possibility. The comet may not just deliver a message one day. It may be intercepted, examined, or altered by something else long before it ever reaches deep interstellar space. No alarms would sound. No warning would reach Earth. The interaction would happen silently, far beyond our detection range. This is when urgency turns into fear. Unlike radio signals which fade and distort, a physical object does not forget. Once altered, the comet's payload cannot be recalled. There is no delete button, no update, no context to explain who we were or why we reached out. Whatever rides on 3I Atlas becomes a frozen version of humanity, unchanging, incomplete, and vulnerable to interpretation. Privately, some researchers admit what they will not say publicly. Sending a physical signature into deep space is not communication, it is exposure. The danger is not just if someone finds it, but when. And worse, why. There is no way to control the audience. No way to know whether the finder is curious, indifferent, or hostile. The comet does not ask permission. It does not carry warnings. It only travels, fast, silent, unstoppable. Tracking data confirms the final reality. 3I Atlas is accelerating away from Earth, slipping beyond the zone where last-minute changes are possible. Every hour reduces humanity's ability to decide carefully. The window for restraint is closing as fast as the window for action, and somewhere between those two choices, a race has begun. Because if humanity can place something on 3I Atlas, then others might try too. Not just scientists, not just nations. The comet is becoming a moving billboard in deep space, and no one can guarantee who writes on it first or last. As 3I Atlas disappears into the dark, one final fear takes hold among those watching its trajectory. The next interaction involving this object may not involve telescopes at all. It may involve a response. And when that happens, humanity may learn whether sending a message was the boldest act in its history, or the moment it revealed itself too soon. And what follows this decision may unfold faster than anyone expects.